Hey guys, we are back with some more Fate. In the last one, we pretty much just told Rin and Fujini that we're not going to school. That's about it. Not a whole lot else happened. And in this one, I'm assuming that we're going to be doing some training with Saber to get better at the sword. I am being trained in the blade. With that being said, let's just jump into it. Well, I should at least wash the floor. I already told Saber to come here in a little while. I always do the minimum cleaning necessary, but it's been a few years since I had last had a contest with someone. It'd be impolite to the dojo and Saber if I don't at least clean the floor. But man, I wonder what she'll make me do. I fought Kiritsugu a few times with Shinais. I think that's how you pronounce it. Shinais. But neither of us considered form. I was more like amateurs beating each other up. I never intended to take kendo seriously, and I was only taught what to do if an opponent had a long weapon. Anyways, I wasn't good at using things to fight. I'm only interested in making and fixing. In that regard, this is the first time I'll be seriously studying swordsmanship. It seems Saber's style is different from kendo, but it should have some similarities, and it shouldn't be so confusing that I can't follow it. I hear the door. Saber must have arrived on time. That's good, as I just finished cleaning too. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'll be learning here starting today. What? What is it, Shiro? Look like you're surprised at something. Oh, well, I'm surprised because you're still in those clothes. I thought you'd be in the other outfit. We're training with swords, and my image of Saber fighting is in that armor, so I selfishly imagined that. I see. If you wish for me to be armed, I can be. You're correct, I was not thinking. Even though it was only a match, it is impolite to Shiro to not wear my armor. I'm sorry, I'll change right away. It seems Sarah has come up with a solution on her own too. Oh, no, that's not it. It's fine. It was just a misunderstanding. If you ask me, I prefer this outfit to the armor. Huh? But this appearance does not satisfy you, right? Satisfy? Well, it certainly doesn't look like we're going to be having a match now, but it shouldn't be a problem if that's easy to move in. You should get tired too if you wear that armor. That is true. But is it not strange for me to use a sword with this appearance? Why? It looks good on you, so there's nothing strange about it. I think you look better in that than the armor. I fail to understand. These clothes are certainly light, but they'd not be able to withstand a fight. I believe this outfit is unsuitable for a saber. Don't fight in that outfit, stupid. You're a girl, and those clothes suit girls, so it's fine. Oh, that was actually a really cute face. I think that's the first time she's had that kind of expression. Well, I put the rag I was using into the bucket and take 2 shinais from the wall. Well, so what kind of training should we be doing? I'll let you decide so you can give me anything. I toss a shinai to Saber. Saber catches the shinai as if she's distracted and looks at me. What? What? We can't use shinai? Don't tell me to use solid wooden swords. No, real swords? What a Spartan. That's well beyond what I expected. No, there's no need for that. Since these are excellent imitation swords for matches, let us use them. Saber takes a deep breath quietly, and she's back to her usual self. Thank God, it's too dangerous for us to fight with solid wood swords. So, what should I do? Will we start with strength building exercise, like swinging the sword 500 times or running? I do not think there is any need for that. Even from what I've seen, your strength is up to standards. If you wish to train your body even more, that would not be possible in a day or two. You are unskilled as a magus, but I do not think you are that bad as a warrior. You must have trained hard from a young age. Well, it is the only thing I was good at. You can train your body even if you don't have talent as a magus. That must be good fortune. The result of your effort was not dying when the Lancer attacked you. But it is not something that you can rely on. Humans have limits. Your body is a long way from those limits, and it would be difficult to overcome them anyway. So the only thing I will be teaching you is fighting. What do you mean, just fighting? From the way you said it, it doesn't sound like you'll be teaching me how to fight. Of course not. Battle techniques cannot be acquired overnight. The only thing I can do is have my master experience as many battles as possible. In the first place, I am not good at teaching, so it'd only be troubling if you asked me for guidance. Hello? When she says that so proudly, as a student I don't know how to reply. So in short, we're just going to fight? Yes. That is it, Master. No stopping our hits, and let us fight as if we were trying to kill each other. Let me see. I believe you'll understand what it is like in about an hour. Saber lightly grits the shinai, ready to start. Still not understanding, I follow Saber's example and grab the shinai. As soon as I do so, the world turns upside down. In short, Saber is only trying to teach me one thing. The truth, that no matter what I do, no matter what scheme I come up with, I cannot ever beat someone I have no chance against. Ouch, ouch, this is broken, I'm sure. It would be more swollen if it were broken. It is a bad bruise, but it should heal quickly for you. I see. Alright, then let's continue a bit more. Are we going to continue, Shiro? It is indeed only a bruise, but it's not something you can move immediately. What are you saying when you're the one beating me up, beating my arm mercilessly? Alright, if you're not up to it, then I'll take this. Opening! It doesn't work, of course. Please listen to me. You're definitely fatigued. Training will be useless in such a state, so we should take a rest. But it's shameful to be beaten so badly when you're going easy on me. I have to at least make you raise a brow or something, or I'll be vexed to collapse. If you ask for surprise, I am already more than surprised. I thought you were stubborn, but I did not believe that it was to this extent. Sorry, I just hate losing. Yes, I understand well enough. Anyways, we will take a break, so please put down your shinai. The floor is slippery with sweat. We are not imitating a fight in an extreme situation, and it's meaningless to fight in such a fatigued condition. Why? Battle practice usually assumes the worst situation, right? Then that is even more meaningless. Listen, Shiro, if you say you're going to fight a servant, it will be meaningless unless you have a full power, the best ground, and escape route prepared. You cannot even be a match to a servant unless everything is perfect. You have already made a mistake when you try to fight a servant in a poor condition. So you mean never fight in this kind of situation no matter what? That is correct. If that happens, no miracle will be able to save you, Shiro. Your battle starts with perfecting your condition, and finding the perfect situation. I understand. Then I'm sorry, but let me take a rest. I lean against the wall and slide down. Whew. I let out the air collected in my lungs. It should be air, but it's burning hot. Ow! While my body is burning with pain, I glance at the clock. It's past 11. We started training around 9, so that means we've been doing this for about 2 hours. The first hour was just me getting beat up. Saber's blow would suddenly strike me, and I'd faint slightly. I'd wake up, and just when I thought I'd be careful next time, I'd be knocked down again. Anyways, I was beaten up repeatedly. It may be because my body got used to it, or my power came out from anger, but I can now manage to block the first blow. And the problem was after that. Well, after being shown such a skill difference, can a human readily attack back? You demon. The answer is, I get knocked out the instant I shrink back. After that, it is more like a mouse cornered by a cat. If I am to be knocked out, no matter how I block a blow, all I can do is get desperate and attack. But of course, it's easily deflected and I'm knocked out. When I get used to that as well... Oh, damn it. I start to gain the composure to think something like that, and the instinct that lets me understand I'll be dead the next second becomes keener. People usually call this being in the zone. So then I frantically went into defense. The instincts that tell me I'll be knocked out by that blow hits. Come at me in numbers. Come at me in numbers. Oh, the instincts that tell me I'll be knocked out if that blow hits, come at me in numbers. So as if a living being, it's only natural for me to avoid it. I would manage to elude Saber's barrage of attacks, but I would take a fatal blow while I'm waiting for an opening encounter. And I'd stand up and think that I can manage longer than this. From time to time, I would attack, thinking it'd be best to attack if I'm doomed anyway. The 2 hours were just spent repeating that process over and over. I don't know if I can get any stronger doing this. I think this is just a match to help me get used to fighting, so that I won't panic or get too relaxed in front of my enemy. I'm just teaching my body that it is always one mistake away from death. But still, if you ask me, if this is meaningless, it is not. As I have no weapons, I believe this tension is the thing I have to value the most. Well done. Are you hurt anywhere, Shiro? Before I realize it, Saber is right beside me. I'm so sweaty that I'm dripping onto the floor. But Swaber is not even sweating. Swaber? It's harder to find a part that's not hurting. You are really merciless, Saber. If things are this one-sided, it's actually more refreshing. I'll be honest here. 100% of this is me being a poor loser. Yes, I adjusted to your level, but try to show you no mercy. It would not be a battle if I allowed myself the luxury of consideration. Right. Thanks to that, I can now calmly deal with an unchained Doberman. Though it's not good enough if it's just a Doberman. I guess I still need more training. I reviewed my actions. I thought I trained my body to be above average, but it's pitiful for me to give up after only 2 hours of fighting with Saber. Yeah, only 2 hours. When most actual fights only go for like... not even an hour. No, that is not true. Your attacks were made with all your heart, and they are powerful. Sometimes I forgot to deal with them because you're so enthusiastic. She's admiring needless things with gentle eyes. My embarrassment suddenly returns. In town now we were just people fighting without any notion of boy or girl. But isn't this kind of a surprise attack? Hold on. I wanted to go get some water. Water? Then I'll go get some for you, so please rest here. Saber goes to get me some water. Whew, I'm saved. So, just what am I saved from? Being a freaking loser who can't handle pretty girls pretty much. Oh, I love Shiro. He's so different in here than in the anime, because people would describe his personality and then I would just sit there and be like, wait, so why don't you like the anime version? What you're describing is basically what I took from the anime. That's how it would always be. I'd seen so many videos being like, man, Shiro's character is so much worse in the anime. His character is like this and like this. And I was like, I kind of took a lot of that from, how the anime portrayed him, though. So he seems like a pretty, deep and complex character, even to me, who only seen the anime at the time. But then here, he's just such a dork. He's such a dork, dude. He gets so flustered around just these girls, and he's so weird about them. So it's not necessarily that I like him better, he's just different, if that makes sense. And I'm really enjoying it. Even if I do make fun of him for not being able to handle, thinking or talking about or talking to girls. He's just a dork. I drink the water Saber has brought me. It must still be rest time, and Saber is sitting in a polite Japanese style. I think Saber is really beautiful like that. I'm not thinking she's beautiful from a man's perspective, but I feel she is beautiful in everyone's eyes. She is melted into the dignified atmosphere of the dojo, and has a quietness free of any conflicts. There is an incongruity when such a girl is a servant and showing such willingness to fight. Right now, only Saber and I are here. This is a good time to ask her something, so... I don't think any of these will have bad endings, so I'm just gonna go... Drink. I want to ask Saber about I want to know about Saber before she became a servant. I wonder what Saber was like when she was alive as a human. Saber is so beautiful, and I bet everyone liked her. Though one might misunderstand from the name Saber, she might have been a normal girl who didn't even use the sword. Yeah, I wonder what Saber was like before. I get curious and accidentally speak my mind. Yes. Did you say something, Shiro? Huh, no. I was just imagining what you were like before. I don't want to know your true name, but I was wondering what kind of life you led. What kind of person I was like? You were interested in strange matters, Shiro. Ignore it if it's a problem. It just popped in my head. You're the servant Saber, but I thought you might have been different before you became a servant. Yes. I think that she might have led a calm life suitable for a lovely girl. I do not think that is possible. People do not change their personality when they become a servant. And I was a knight who was given a sword at birth. Any different self that you talk of never existed. Oh, so you've always had such a tense personality? That's terrible. I sympathize with people who are around you. What do you mean by that? I am strict, but I do not coerce the people around me. Don't lie. I know from David's training that you're pitiless and have no mercy. Look at this welt. You're happy to come pounding on me when I make a mistake, you devilish instructor. I was not happy about it. I feel sorry for Shiro, who would not be training if I were not strict. How unusual. It's really surprising for Saber to make that kind of an expression. What is with that expression? I think it is unfair to suddenly go silent. Oh, I wasn't expecting to get angry like that, so I was surprised. Is that so? I only emphasized what I was thinking. That might be why. You don't talk much with your emotions. So that was new. Is that so? I believe I act based on my beliefs. I'm saying that it's your thinking, not your feeling. No, not that. It's that you don't say what you really feel. That is only natural. What is demanded from me is not an opinion as an individual, but an opinion for my position. That does not change even now. I will protect you as the servant Saber. I should not say anything that does not relate to that purpose. And there's no need to even think about such things. That may be true, but that'll be boring for you, Saber. You have a role, but I don't think you need to devote yourself to it. You have things you want to do too. As I said, protecting you is what I must do. In addition to being inexperienced as a master, you do not listen to me and try to fight. That is why I'm training you right now. No, that's not it, but I guess it's fine if you say so. It seems Saber is softer and cheerful right now, so I don't want to ruin this calm mood by continuing this conversation. I kind of figured like most of those questions would have like not gone as much, but you know, that was fun. That sounded a little patronizing. I was like, we didn't really get a whole lot of like about her backstory from this other than she used to be a knight, which I'm assuming everyone knows who Saber is. But I was like, yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting. Like none of those answers she would have been like, what? Why are you asking about that? And then if I asked her about like, I want a secret super move, I was just thinking like, that's dumb, Shiro. You can't get that. You're a dork. Well, he can get that, but Saber can't give it to him. Well, talking has cooled me down, so let's continue with the training. I'm skipping school, so I should acquaint my body with fighting as much as time allows. Saber, let's start. I've rested enough. Is that so? It looks as if you have cooled down, but your pain has not gone away yet, right? I don't care. They're just bruises, so I'll bear a little pain. I can heal automatically now. But there's no point in training if it worsens. I believe we should wait a bit longer and see. Don't worry, I want to finish this before Tosaka gets home. We can't have her see me like this, right? I understand. It's certainly not good to have Rain, our eventual enemy, find out your powers. I believe it is a bit excessive, but if that is the case, let us bring the pace up a little bit. Saber picks up the Shinai, and then a strange sound echoes through the dojo. Saber? I think that was Saber's stomach. Oh, I thought we were like being attacked like that sound. I was like, that sounds like an animal growling. But it turns out it was just her stomach. I believe I am hungry. I did not notice since I was so engrossed in training. Oh yeah, now you mention it is lunchtime already. No wonder her stomach has started growling. I'm not that hungry yet, but if Saber's hungry, let's have lunch. It'll be good for my body if my body heals in that time as well. Alright, it's a good time. So let's have lunch. I'll go buy some groceries so you can rest in the living room. Shiro, I shall escort you if you're going outside. Why? Why not let her go with you? You dork. Why are you so weird about this? You're just going on a walk. There's no one around who would attack me in the daytime. And we'd rather stand out. Why? Why would you stand out? I mean, I guess she's like of different like ethnicity. But so what? Who cares? We'd rather stand out if you were with me. There's really no danger? No, I'll come back right. I hope he gets kidnapped while he's out there, just so he learns his lesson. No, I'll come back right away, so please wait here. I think that's a good time to end the episode. And I was right. I was thinking there, like, because, like, the training only lasted a few minutes, and then I was like, wait, are we actually done? Is it, like, over? But then they kept going with, like, that scene, and I was like, oh, gosh, I would have felt so stupid if that scene only lasted, like, 2 minutes after I landed last episode. But, yeah, with all that being said, that was a fun one. I enjoyed that. Gosh, this game's so weird with how it's, like, how it is. Because, like, the first couple were so boring. I'm sorry to everyone who likes this game, but, like, the beginning of this is so boring. And it's not like that's the thing that all visual novels have to do, because I started doing, Please Be Happy, and I loved that from, like, frame one. It's so good. But yeah, the beginning of this, a bit boring. Not a bit boring, it was really boring. Then it got really good. for like a while after Saber was summoned. Like from the time Saber was summoned for like the next like 10 how long was it? It was like 6 to 10 episodes, I don't remember, somewhere in that range of episodes between when Saber was summoned to when we got back after fighting Berserker. And then it got boring again, and then it gets good, and then it gets boring, and then it gets good. And it's just like, why? Why can't it all just be entertaining? Like, nothing really happened here. They were just training, but it was just entertaining to listen to. That's all I want. But yeah, with that all being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.